Hey guys, my name is Sylvan J. Rahman and this is Intentional Wealth. I wanted to introduce you to the people that first introduced me to business and have pretty much been along with me all throughout my life, and that is my parents. And today we're standing here in Michigan in front of their house. Well, this is actually just the guest house.
I came to United States in 1982 with $20 in my pocket. And I remember paying $2 in New York when one of the guys put my suitcases in the bus. Then he said, "Pass me a dollar." I didn't know, I just gave him $2 and then I ended up with $18. Then I came to Chicago. A lady, of course she's a good friend of mine, she came to pick me up and I gave her $10 for the transporting me from Chicago. I ended up with $8. Next day I knew that I will not have any money, so I went and bought stamps for $8. So I ended up with nothing the very next day, and the life was not very pleasant. Coming from tropical area, and then they put me to work in the cafeteria, in the frozen. I had to clean the frozen floors, 3 frozen floors. I know it was very tough. I used to work on for private people here. This the neighbors. If they want some odd job, I used to go do. I used to go for painting, gardening, and all that. And then finally we started seeing some money, but we were very proud of that cash. We did not have a green card. We were students and I didn't know how to do it. And in order to get the green card, I joined the nursing classes. I wanted to do nursing and see whether I could get the green card. So I remember working almost 346 hours. In about 6 months' time, Sarah joined me here. Sarah and you joined here. And then she saw that we are not getting enough money. So, as I said, she's a go-getter. She found out that there was a chance to go do fruit picking. Apples, pears and peaches. Tomatoes. So what she did, even without my knowledge, she went and joined this farm and she started picking. And she went and worked hard, and then she used to bring some cash. There were days that we didn't have very much to eat. I remember once I went to the store and I had not eaten any meat. I only saw beef on the can. It said 3 for $2. So what I did, I bought those 3 cans and I went to my house very proudly, and I told Sarah, we are going to have some good meat today. So I told her, here, I brought some beef, cook for me and I'll go to the library and come. And I was so excited, we are going to have a good dinner tonight. So when I went to the library and came back, and I couldn't have any, because usually the Indian curries are very very good flavor with good smell, but I didn't get any smell. Then I was wondering, how come my wife did not cook? So I went and asked her, how come, Sarah, you haven't cooked any food? She said, you brought dog food. I realized my mistake, and I didn't know whether those days that I could return those cans. So we lost $2 when we didn't have any money, so we lost $2. I didn't return those cans. Those cans were there for a long time. And I know that there were days that we didn't have food. And one day I told Sarah, I'm going to get some rat poison. I'm going to bring it and we'll take it, we'll finish it up, because I really didn't want my family to suffer. What Sarah said is, no, if you want, you kill yourself, but I'm not going to kill. So that kind of person, Sarah has been a very strong hold for me. I think we both, a good couple. We we both worked together, and that's what made us to build up this business. I wanted to say really that Sarah was the driving force, and she always talked about starting a foster care home. And finally, I think that's what really pushed me. So that was the time. So we were able to get a loan, and we were able to buy a house in 1993, and we started with 5 residents. And of course, with 5 residents, we couldn't make very much, so we continued to work. It was like a 24-hour job. Like, of course, we slept a little bit here and there, but then it was because I worked in the hospital and Sarah was working in other foster care home, and we hardly saw each other. Sometime we go to our work and then we talk from there, or sometime I go to work and I call home and talk, and then I hardly saw you. We hardly spent time together. But that was the starting. And then we realized keeping one home is not going to help us. So we said slowly, couple of years later, we started buying house. We saved money with all difficulties. In the beginning, some people thought we are crazy. We were crazy even to think of starting one. They thought we are not going to make it. But with God's grace, we were able to buy. And then we ended up buying a house with 12 residents. Of course, the house was empty. The house we had to remodel. We had to spend about $30,000 to remodel the house. And after starting that home, we realized we were having some kind of a cash flow. Then we slowly started having staff coming and helping us. Then every year we bought a house until we bought the third one. Since then we have been doing well, and in the year 2000, I resigned my job because I couldn't handle it. We opened a house in Maryland with 8 residents. So I was traveling, commuting. Every 2 weeks I used to drive, then stay there for a month while Sarah takes care of the places here, and then come back. So we were doing, then I couldn't handle the job that I was holding. I used to work in psychiatric unit. I worked almost 13 years there. So I had good experience with, psychiatric unit. The homes that what we have are residents with mental problem. And we have been very successful because my main concept is when you take care of the resident, you treat them the way that you like to be treated. That's what I tell my staff. Someday we are going to be there. That's the way that we need to take care of our residents. I think that has brought good success to our business.
If you've liked what you've seen here today, then please subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll see you next week.
In the month of August.
Too detailed. Too detailed.
No?
No, that detail you don't need.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be seen by millions of people, maybe.